these guns. And so um, it is very important that we, the people of this country, we write proposals. We ask these big gun companies to, you have to send a couple of $1 million for us to, we have certain projects to fix up some of these damages that is being caused by your product. And I'm not even going to go as far as advocating going to take them to court, although it is necessary, you know. But we need to address that problem. We cannot have our young people dying like that. We're losing our human resource as a result of the product that you make. Our government need to be holding these gun manufacturers accountable. We need to be sending proposals to these places, these gun manufacturers, telling them, hey, as a result of gun violence, we're losing our people, and our communities, the monies that our businessmen were making has been dramatically decreased because people are not coming to shop. And so we need to get some money from these gun companies so as to help us in terms of coming up with programs to reorient our people, and programs that will help young children, where we will help them to think different ways. We're going to give them different programs to kind of enrich them. We're going to have more things like summer camps. Now, people, I want to talk about arms. I want to talk about guns and all of those things. Basically, the video, in this video, I'm trying to make you understand that these companies that make these guns, they have to dish out some money. So I'm going to give you the top 20 gun brands in the world. The top 20 brands of guns in the world. We have Smith and Wesson, Remington Outdoors. There is Glock. There is Heckler and Koch. These are basically the top 20 brands in the world. Top 20 brands making ammunition in the world. Now, just like we have a situation where places like United States, China, India, these are the companies that are the biggest polluters of the environment. They release a lot of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and other greenhouse gases in the environment, in the air. And based on what some people are saying, some scientists are saying, these gases cause global warming, which increases the temperature on the face of the earth and causes the ice caps in certain areas to melt, which is increasing the sea levels. And so what happened is the sea is going to encroach more on the land, and there are other changes that are going to take place. For example, in places where you never used to have much rain, you're having more rain. Places that used to have good rainfall, now you're starting to have drought. So it is causing the change in the climate. That's what some scientists are saying. So as a result of these changes in the climate caused by the action of some of these big countries like China, United States, and Russia, India, and those places, these countries have to be paying a certain amount of money, and some of these funds go to helping other countries that were not involved in this pollution to be more resilient, and it's almost like they kind of making atonement for the damage that they have done to the environment and the damage that they are doing to the coastlands of those places, whereas these people never contributed to global warming. So using that same principle, I think it is of paramount importance that we in the Caribbean, that we get from these companies, companies that make these firearms, they need to be putting some money into our economies for helping to readjust our environment and our culture to the damages that have been done. What we have is a city, for example, the situation in Vieux Fort. You have all this ammunition being used, and our young people are dying. So we're losing our resources. And so what is happening is also the life expectancy of the people of St. Lucia will decrease. It will, where somebody, normally these things will be around 70 something years, it may go down in some places like to 50 something, 60 something. And so the other thing is, when these young people are dying like that, we do not have people to do some of the things that we need to do to push the economy. And so it is very important that we write proposals to these countries. Our government need to be holding these gun manufacturers accountable. We need to be sending proposals to these places, these gun manufacturers, telling them, hey, as a result of gun violence, we're losing our people, and our communities, the monies that our businessmen were making has been dramatically decreased because people are not coming to shop. And so we need to get some money from these gun companies so as to help us in terms of coming up with programs to reorient our people, and programs that will help young children, where we will help them to think different ways. We're going to give them different programs to kind of enrich them. We're going to have more things like summer camps, different programs to teach them different skills like coding and other skills. So we need to get from these gun manufacturers, these companies, our governments need to be sending proposals to those people. I think it's in 2017, these gun companies made 1 point something billion dollars, billions in profit, or shares, or whatever way they used to quantify it. So we have a department called SSDF or something like that, that is responsible for poverty reduction and things like that. These institutions need to target these gun manufacturing companies, so that these companies will have to send some money so that we can fix up some of the damages that has been done by the product that they have produced. It is not something that is far-fetched, because if a company manufactures a product, for example, so many times you've seen companies manufacturing chemicals, and they find out that this particular product is responsible for causing cancer or some other disease, some other pathology. And so these companies now are under obligation to put in millions of dollars to deal with the damage that they have caused. In some cases, some of that money have to go through to for the purpose of environmental remission, and in some cases to help to pay for the treatment of people, to help the families that were impacted. Sometimes they can't work again, and so to pay for the damages in terms of the work that is lost and the money that's been lost as a result of the people's sickness. All of these things are being done. So why is it that other companies have been held liable, but these gun companies are not being held liable? We're losing too many of our young people as a result of these guns. And so it is very important that we, the people of this country, we write proposals. We ask these big gun companies you have to send a couple of $1 million for us we have certain projects to fix up some of these damages that is being caused by your product. And I'm not even going to go as far as advocating going to take them to court, although it is necessary, but we need to address that problem. We cannot have our young people dying like that. We're losing our human resource as a result of the product that you make. No, we need to deal with that. And incidentally, these are the kind of things that CARICOM and these places should be looking out for. This CARICOM, these people making it look like they're doing something so important, and I really don't see the use of CARICOM. They there for so long. I mean, by all means, they have to do something. But generally, in terms of usefulness, man, these CARICOM people really need to give an account, so that ordinary people on the ground will really understand what really is CARICOM doing. Because however, I do not see the value in CARICOM. Again, if they have to come and explain, most likely they will tell you they are the ones who did this and they are the ones who did that. We expect something to be happening, but in terms of the value that we are getting for this institution, CARICOM, who's supposed to be representing the Caribbean countries and all of that, and coming up with ideas to solve our problems or whatever negotiations you're supposed to be doing, I do not rate CARICOM at all. I do not rate CARICOM. But again, in closing, people, we need to hold these gun companies responsible. These gun companies need to send in millions of dollars so that we can reorient our people. We can have programs for young people so as to steer them away from this lifestyle. We need to get some money from these gun companies to reorganize, re-engineer our society. Keep the fire burning.